we do here is go back.
And a good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to the Tuned In Live podcast. It is Monday, February 12th, 2 days away from Valentine's Day. Oh, Jesus Christ. Valentine's Day. Do y'all got your love something? You got something for your significant other? Well, if you don't, today and tomorrow will probably be the last day, because it's just like Christmas. I tell you, Valentine's Day is just like Christmas. When you're trying to scrounge for something for your significant other and you haven't done it yet, and all the cards are out, all the candy's out, the flowers out, people are going mad in every fucking store known to man to get their wife, their girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, whatever, their significant other something for Valentine's Day. And then there's those of you who are glad that you're single. You're glad you got that single life. It's funny. Like some people, they're happy with who they have, or they're happy with being single. It is whatever. So welcome everybody to the show. If you guys haven't already yet, depending on the platform you're watching us on, our YouTube channel Arrow Entertainment, our other channels twitch.tv/ArrowENT. Yes, we did change the URL for our Twitch channel, and link for that down below should be updated for it as well. So yeah, we're at, nope, I did not change it on there. I'm going to have to change that in the description section. I'll change that after the show. So yeah, we are on twitch.tv/ArrowENT. It was supposed to be Arrow Entertainment, but apparently on Twitch somebody else has that name, and I haven't figured out who, so I had to change it to that. And of course, we're on kick.com/Arrow Entertainment. That is a new channel that we've have going for the last few months. Trying to build that up. So if you guys are on Kick, it is a competitor to Twitch. Hopefully it stays around long enough to be stronger than what it is, get a little bit more popularity to it. Also, if you guys want to be on today's show, I am in the Discord server. I'm under the general chat. If you guys want to be a guest on the show, if you guys want to pop in and say something, whatever, come on over to our Discord channel and hop on in. All is welcome. And if you're not on Discord, go down below to the description section or the about sections in our other streaming chats and click that link to join our Discord. Hop on in and welcome aboard then. So, did anybody watch that horrendous game yesterday the Super Bowl. And I'm not a big Super Bowl fan. I'm not really a Super Bowl fan. I've maybe watched a handful of games, in my time. It's because it depends on the situation. Like if I was at work and somebody had the game on the TV and shit, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm forced to watch it. But I mean, I don't have to watch it. But I'll sit there, give me something to do at work, But yeah, the only real last game that I've watched, and it was maybe half the game. It was 2 weeks ago when the Chiefs were up against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, before I get into talking about, my opinion, my feeling about that game, okay? So, to anybody else out there, and they're all going to have strong feelings about it, they're all going to say the same exact thing that I have been saying, that some other people have been saying about the NFL, about these games, saying that they're all rigged. And I believe it. I definitely believe these games are rigged. I really do. It's like watching WWE. It's like watching a wrestling show, And everything is scripted, everything is rigged, whatever. And sometimes it's just bad. It's too horrible to watch. It's like watching a train wreck. You get in there and you watch the shit and you're like, oh my God, like, I can't believe it's this bad. And when it comes to football or any kind of other sports out there, I'll play the video games. I have the video games. I have like one of each video games right now, either on PC or Xbox or whatever, even older consoles. I'll play like the Maddens. I'll play Game Day, which is like an old PS1 football game. I'll play the MLB games. I got a couple hockey games. I even got FIFA. I got a couple FIFA games out there. Basketball. I got a couple basketball games, but I'm not too good with basketball. I think over the years, each new title, they do something, they tweak the fucking controls of the gameplay to where you can't score at all when playing the game. And, even if you're playing against the CPU, even on easy and shit, it's like, this shit's cheating. It's fucking cheating shit, Like, fuck that. But, yeah, I play the games, I know a little bit about this and that, about football, hockey, whatever, So I do know just a little bit. Now, do I have a favorite team when it comes to sports? No. I don't follow the statistics of sports whatsoever. I don't follow teams. I don't follow players. I may know the names of some of the players, like old school stuff, like, okay, Cal Ripken, baseball, Michael Jordan, basketball, Johnny Unitas, football, whatever, Dan Marino, Miami Dolphins, old school stuff, stuff that you hear about on TV or stuff you already know, But today's day and age, I don't follow the statistics of football, and that's usually the conversation piece for anybody. When you go to work and your coworkers are talking about their favorite teams or their favorite players, and they're rambling on about, okay, this person, he's a good runner, he's a good linebacker, he's a good fullback, he's a good quarterback, he's good this, he's good that. I don't think trading this person to that team is a good idea, or maybe it was a good idea that they picked this guy for that season or whatever. I don't follow any of that. And that's usually the conversation piece around the table. Like I say, you go to work every Monday after a football game, on a Sunday night, and that's always the talk of the town. People are sitting there talking about football, baseball, whatever. It's usually never about everyday life. Sometimes you're talking about work. Sometimes you may talk about your relationships and shit. You may talk about your home life, your kids, or whatever. But the biggest thing that people do talk about when they go to work is sports. And it's usually football. And now the Super Bowl has just, come and pass. It's like fucking Christmas time. It's like Christmas time, Super Bowl is coming past. Now the football season is over. Now after about 2 or 3 months, all the players, all the teams are going to go into, practice camp and shit like that. They're all going to start practicing harder and shit, probably taking their steroids, taking their drugs to boost themselves up, and boost up their stamina and shit. It's gonna happen, They tested people in the MLB for using steroids and stimulants and shit. I'm pretty sure they're doing it in NFL and other places, of that nature. But yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. Oh my God, it's like Christmas. It is really like Christmas. How many people gather around somebody else's TV? You have a big get together. You have all your friends. You may have your coworkers. all come to your house. You got this big screen TV up on the wall, or even like back in the day, you know, remember when people had those big projection TVs, those big boxy TVs? There's CYPHER. Oh, he's watching on Twitch. CYPHER just subscribed to tier 1. Thanks, man. Shit, you're more than welcome to come into chat, man, if you feel like it. I got the general open. But yeah, every Super Bowl Sunday, some, you know, you have friends, you have coworkers come out and shit, and you're watching around the TV. It's like gathering a campfire. You know, you got all these Super Bowl Sunday snacks made up. You know, chips, salsa, tacos, burgers, hot dogs, whatever you know, and you got so many people in your house, and you all gather around on the couch, the chairs, the floor, the coffee table, whatever, and everybody's just going ape shit over their favorite teams. And then, of course, you got those people who bet on the games. They bet on the games. Like, I bet this team's going to win because they have this player. They've been doing so good so far. They're definitely going to win. This other team's got a terrible defense. I know it. This team's going to have a very, you know, beefed up offense. You know, people bet on this shit. Like, I tell you. And I don't bet on sports. I've never bet on sports, but I will tell you, like, 3 games within the last 2 weeks, I shit you not, if I bet on those, if I were to bet on those games, I'd probably be a fucking millionaire right now. Maybe not in the millions, but I would definitely have won some serious money, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But yeah, you know, it's the insanity of sports. Like, it's a big pastime for people. That's all it is. It's an American pastime, like baseball. You know, people gather around the TV and watch grown men throw a fucking pigskin football, you know, pigskin ball, throw it back and forth at each other, running across the field like, you know, barbarics, you know, tackling each other, grabbing each other's asses and shit, you know, trying to give them a head in open public, you know, through the pants and all. There's that little stuff, you know? That little fucking shit. And you drive a goddamn ball down, what, 99 yards to the end goal just to fucking spike it, you know, throw it on the ground and dance like a fucking moron. I mean, that's how I look at football, you know? That's how I look at it. You know, but when it comes to the Super Bowl, and I've seen some reaction videos too, like one of them last night I've seen, and when the Chiefs won, there was one guy who bet on the 49ers, he bet against the Chiefs, but when he found out that the Chiefs won, this random guy comes out of nowhere, and he jumps into the living room, and he just starts fucking punching the TV on the wall. He just starts punching the fuck out of it, because he just lost $20,000 on a bet. He bet that the 49ers were going to win. And I tell you, like, it was so fun. It was such, usually those kind of videos are so funny to watch. But then you're like, this is what people do. Like, you bet on a football game, and then you lose, and you're like, what do you expect? You're going to be pissed, definitely. What's going on, Hoyt? I've never been to a football game, but I don't feel bad for my dad. He's a Niners fan. Yeah, I really don't feel too bad for anybody myself, you know? Like, you know, it's just it's a game that you watch, you know? It's a sporting event, and sadly people do bet against that. You know, people take that shit to heart. They'll you know, if their favorite team, if they bet on them, if their team loses, like I said, they go ape shit. They start fucking breaking TVs and throwing shit across the house and beating their wives up, beating their kids up, grabbing a gun, wanting to fucking shoot their kids in the face and saying, I just lost $5 on a fucking game. Fuck you all. Fuck life. And that's where shit ends up. That's where it ends up at. That's what it leads to. It leads to a very barbaric, violent person. The very next day, they're so pissed that they lose money. I'm like, you know what? Don't bet on the game. Nobody told you to bet on the game. Nobody told anybody to bet on the game. Nobody told anybody that money had to be involved. You could just sit there and say, I predict they're going to win. And if you're wrong, you're wrong, you know? Just that's that, you know? People be like, what happened? What happened? I was like, well, I guess wrong. It is what it is, you know? But that's what happens. People will bet on these fucking games, and then they just get so fucking barbarically crazy over it. So yeah, so getting back to 2 weeks ago, guys, 2 fucking weeks ago, there was 2 games left. There was the 49ers versus the Lions, and then there was the Chiefs versus the Ravens, okay? I'm in Maryland, I'm from Baltimore. You would think that I would be rooting for the Ravens. Like I said, I don't have a favorite team. I don't root for anybody. I don't watch sports, really. I don't follow up with it, you know? But it's like, you know what? You know, my fiance, she was watching the game. She was watching to see who was going to go to the Super Bowl. Now, the Ravens, from what I gathered, the Ravens had a really good season, and they did very well to make it to the playoffs. And, you know, that it's not a rare occasion. You know, the Ravens, from what I gather, you know, every year they do their damnedest to make it to the playoffs. They've made it to the playoffs several times. They've won 2 Super Bowls so far as I know. But yeah, they let's see. He isn't dumb enough to make bets. He's just getting pissed off and yells at the TV. That's about it. Yeah, that's all it should be, Hoyt. That's all it should be. You know, you just get upset. You say, "Hey, what happened? My team lost." Da 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 da. Just don't bet any money on it, you know. So 2 weeks ago, the Chiefs and the Ravens play, and the Ravens were behind, I forgot how many points. And it was in the third quarter. And I'm sitting there watching it. I looked at my fiance. I said, yeah, Ravens are going to lose. They're going to lose. Watch. And even a couple times, it looked like the Ravens were, you know, catching up. You know, they caught up. They got over a little bit. Da-da-da. And then the Chiefs, you know, they would score over the Ravens, you know, to gain the lead back. And I sat there and I made the comment, and my fiance agreed. I said, you know, because every time the Chiefs scored, they would show a clip of Taylor Swift up in the fucking stand box. You know, you would see Taylor Swift all over the fucking TV. Taylor Swift. It's like, who the fuck gives a shit about this, you know, this fucking lip-syncing artist, you know? Milli Vanilli would have got a fucking Grammy over goddamn Taylor Swift, but we'll fucking get to that shit. So that's all you would see plastered on the TV is fucking Taylor fucking Swift. And I'm like, that's exactly the reason why the Chiefs are going to win against the Ravens. Because Taylor Swift is there. Taylor Swift's going to be there. They got money tied up in the fucking game. Money bought that shit off. And you know what? The Chiefs beat the Ravens that night. But let me tell you about the Ravens, though, real quick. So, Taylor Swift, big time jabroni. Yes, she is. She's big time cunt jabroni. Oh, I got a little bit to talk about that too. Stick around. You'll love this. Wait. So, I was watching this game. I was watching the Ravens play, and like I said, I don't follow football. I don't watch it, but I do play it. So I do know some of the terms and gameplay of when it comes to football. You know, I know the moves. I know when when people fumble the ball. I know about overturns. You know, and when you intersect the ball and you run it for a touchdown, that kind of shit. You know, I know all that stuff, the technical terms of football. I know about it. You know, I don't watch it, but I play it, so I do know some. So anyway, I'm watching this game, progress, and of course, the Ravens, they must have fumbled that fucking ball. I don't know, 3 or 4 fucking times in the game. There was even a play where the Chiefs had the ball, and right before they snatched it up, one of the Ravens players tackled the fucking quarterback. And it was right before they snapped the ball. It was like, what the fuck are you doing? That's not even a fucking... Like, what are you doing? Like, the Ravens were making all these weird fucking calls. They were fumbling the ball and shit. They missed the fucking ball at the end zone. Like, all these plays that they were doing, it's almost like they were purposely throwing the game. I shit you not. If you go back and watch the highlights of that game, you will see they purposely threw the game away. And the Chiefs beat them that night. And 100%, it was all because Taylor fucking Swift was there. Her boyfriend Travis, what was his name? Travis Kelce or whatever the fuck it's called, whatever the fuck his name is. Her boyfriend's team was there playing against the Ravens. So of course, you got fucking Taylor Swift there. Of course, somebody put some money in there. They probably paid the fucking Ravens off. They say, hey, look, we're going to pay you guys this much. Because they know the deal. When a team loses a game, it costs them money, or they don't get money at all, or something like that. I forgot how it works. But I guarantee you, Taylor Swift, and everybody calls her a successful billionaire. Whoop the fucking do. How many fucking billionaires are out there that are successful, or even millionaires, You're a successful billionaire? Guess what? You should be fucking taxed by the government. You should be fucking paying high taxes. But yeah, that's what happened. I guarantee you. Nobody will ever investigate the shit. Nobody will ever look into it, but I guarantee you, Taylor Swift paid that team off to throw the game so the Chiefs can get into the Super Bowl. I guarantee you that. Because the Ravens, they would have lost a lot of money anyway. So what they lost, Taylor Swift probably compensated and say, here, I'm going to give you all this. Just throw the game. Just throw the game. Have a good time, just throw the game. Do whatever. Fumble the ball, whatever. I guarantee you that's exactly what happened. Because when you watch the game, when you watch the highlights, like I said, the Ravens, they made it all the way to the playoffs. They did so goddamn well. Just to act the way they did in that fucking playoff game. They threw the fucking game away. That's exactly what happened. That's fucking proof right there. That's proof that the fucking game is rigged. It's rigged beyond belief. So I was like, yep, I knew the Ravens would lose. If I had a bookie, I would have called them up and say, hey, I'm betting on the Chiefs. I would have got some money that night. And then the following game comes up. Lions and the 49ers. And I'm looking at both teams on the screen. I'm like, this is right before the game even started. I was like, watch 49ers are going to get it. 49ers are going to win. Super Bowl is going to be 49ers and the Chiefs. I shit you guys not. I was sitting on my couch before that game even started up, and I'm looking at the roster like, okay, who's next to play against them? 49ers and the Lions. The Detroit Lions, old Eminem, old Marshall Mathers, he was there. He was cheering his Detroit Lions on. Yeah, they were all betting the Lions were going to get it. No, I thought I was going to be wrong that night too. Because I'm sitting here, it was right before work, and I'm looking at NFL.com, and I'm looking at the scoreboard, right? And I'm like, Lions are ahead. Yeah, I was wrong. Oh well, it is what it is. I thought the 49ers were gonna win, but yeah, it is what it is. So, let's see, the only Super Bowl that had my attention has a restrictor plate attached to it. Yes, there's a CYPHER. I even got some new badges right there attached to you too. You're a founder and you're an artist. Yeah, I got you set as moderator as well too. There you go. I set all that up the other day and shit. But yeah, so the Lions and the 49ers played right after the Ravens and the Chiefs. And I got to work. And I started doing what I was doing. I set myself up at work, getting everything situated and everything. And then I sat there for most of the night. And I looked on the internet. And lo and behold, the 49ers caught the fuck up to the Lions and whooped their asses. I don't know if it was a fucking miracle or what. When I left the house, the Lions were ahead by, 10 points or so, something like that. And it was like the second quarter, I think. And I was like, yeah, the Lions may get it. The Lions might get it. I don't know. And it was like so close to the end, and you would think that the Lions had it. No. The fucking 49ers caught up and whooped their fucking ass that night. It was unbelievable. And I called that game. I said, holy shit, I called it. I would have fucking won some money. I would have won some money. I predicted both games back to back. Who was going to win? I would have fucking won some money that night. Shit. And then I made the prediction. I said, okay, Chiefs and 49ers going to the Super Bowl. I guarantee you the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. I guarantee it. You're a fatist. I mean, artist. Artist is what I meant. Oh, you're a fartist. I read that wrong. I need my glasses. You're a fartist, not fatist. You're a fartist. But yeah. So I called it 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, people. All right, 2 weeks ago, 2 Mondays ago, I called it. I said, okay, Chiefs and 49ers are going to Super Bowl. Chiefs are going to get it. How do I know they're going to get it? Taylor Swift's going to be there. His little girlfriend, even though she had a concert the night before, and then the week before she was at the Grammys and shit, and she won a Grammy for her garbage music. Yeah, with her being there, they're going to win. The Chiefs are going to win. Now, of course, I didn't bet on the game. And nothing really pissed me off. I will say this: nothing pissed me off about the game. Right? I don't get pissed off about sports. I don't watch it. I don't follow it. Like I said, I don't have a team. I don't have any favorites when it comes to football. I may watch it. I play it. It is what it is, you know. But I guarantee. All right, so that game last night, and I didn't watch any of it. I did not watch any of it. I know during the halftime show they had Usher and Rihanna or who the fuck it was up on stage last night. Yep, speaking the truth, case sir. That's all I am, speaking the truth and stuff. But yeah, the halftime show. I heard it was good. I heard it was mediocre. They were talking about it on the radio show this morning, talking about some of the stuff that it could have been better with it. But, other than that, you had Usher pop out of nowhere. Nobody's heard of Usher in years. And then they have Rihanna, or whoever the fuck it is. I think it was Alicia Keys. No, it was Alicia Keys, I think. Alicia Keys up there, who was struggling to sing. But, when people struggle to sing at the beginning and then they actually get on key, they're actually doing something. But, yeah, you had those two artists up there. I heard Reba McEntire sung the national anthem or the Star Spangled Banner or something. And then you had some fucking nobody start up and singing the Black National Anthem. Like, fucking Black National Anthem. Yeah, and Hubbard's voice 100%. I thought Usher fucking rocked. Yeah, everybody else, said that Usher was pretty good. Yeah, I'm not a really big fan of Usher. I heard a couple of songs that I, will probably listen to every now and then if I'm in the mood. But, yeah, he wasn't my cup of tea back in the day. But, yeah, I'd listen to him. But yeah, you had some black artist who was singing the Black National Anthem. There's no such thing as a Black National Anthem. That shit started up with the whole Kaepernick bullshit, Fuck that shit, that's not fucking sport. That's not America, so shove that shit up your all's ass, the Black National Anthem. Fuck that shit. So yeah, you had all that going on. And I heard that apparently there was a streaker on the field at one point. Some random guy who was shirtless was running out on the field during one of the plays, and luckily security and all ran out and caught him and dragged him off the field. And I'm like, holy shit. And there's always something at some sporting event where you got some streaker, some guy running out on the field naked to catch some attention, You'll never find out who the fuck it is, but it's still hilarious. You got some random guy going out there saying, look at my titties, aren't they so cute? Look at my titties. And then they fucking catch them. That was probably the highlight of the game last night, and sadly, I fucking missed it. That was me. I mean, no! Yeah, Landis, the the Black National Anthem. Yeah, apparently they sung that after the Star Spangled Banner or something, Yeah, that would have had me pissed off right there too. I'll be like, look, there's only one national anthem. You don't need something for the black people. Black people, they're American too. They're black Americans. We all fall into the same fucking group, the same category. You don't need something racist like that separates black from white, from Spanish or whatever. And that's what the Black National Anthem is. We'll probably talk about that. You know what, CYPHER? We'll talk about that Friday on URC. I know it probably seems a little political. We'll talk about that, the Black National Anthem, because I look at that as a thing that divides the country. It divides man of color. It's like you got something very specific for them. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? We're all fucking people in this country. We're all Americans. Black, white, Hispanic, Oriental, Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these, we're all the fucking same. Why do you need something, a Black National Anthem? Why do you need that? But other than that, let's go ahead and let's go back into it, okay? So the game is going on. And then you got the 49ers who catch up. The fucking 49ers, they're ahead, they're behind, they're ahead, they're behind. And I'm sitting there at work, and I'm watching this little play-by-play thing going on. I was trying to find the game to watch, and I pulled it up on Tubi TV, and it was just like a little play-by-play map of these little figures, these little X's and O's and shit, right? So the 49ers were ahead, 19 to 16, I believe it was. It was 19 to 16. And I was like, 49ers are going to get it. The 49ers are going to get it. It's going to be fucking pandemonium. Watch. And within the last 4 seconds of the fucking game. 4 seconds of the whole game. The fucking Chiefs do a field goal. A 3-point field goal to tie it up. 19-19. Went into overtime. Now, let me ask you guys something. And if I were to watch football, I'd be old school. Let me ask you guys something. Isn't it when you get into overtime, didn't it used to be where if you get into overtime and whoever scores first, whoever makes the first scoring first, whoever gets those first few points to beat the other team, doesn't that declare them the winner? Doesn't that declare them the winner of the game? You think it would, right? I mean, that's what I always thought. I thought that was always the thing. Like, okay, you go into overtime, whoever gets, what's it, CYPHER? Black people scream racism, but to them, constantly separating everyone, you're black, big fucking whoop, no one cares. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Before I even talk about the overtime thing, one other thing that I noticed was when you watch the game and you look at the end goals, and they have on the field written "end racism" at the end and the end goals. I'm like, really? End racism? You want to end racism? Stop fucking talking about it. Stop fucking acknowledging it. That's how you end racism. You stop talking about it. You stop acknowledging the media and the fucking government on it. That's how you end racism. But let me take a little break, guys. I'll be right back, and we'll talk more about this overtime shit. So hang tight.
Attend school regularly and get good grades may win a chance to attend this year's Jamboree. It will feature contests and appearances by musical groups and the Pit.
The Jam will take place at the Palace on January 12th. For more information, contact your child's school.
Tell your child to be part of the winning team. Encourage him or her to stay in school. It's the best move.
Lights! Camera! Mayhem!
Look out! They're hilarious. They're outrageous.
Time to kick butt!
They're the stunt dogs. They're the wildest bunch of crime-fighting crazies around.
You saved my life!
Well, I'm a hero. And they're gonna leave you screaming for more.
Ooh, I hear music! But then I usually hear music.
Stunt Dogs, Monday through Thursday at 6:30. Everybody knows it's on Fox 50.
Now, back to our program. We'll be right back.
It's time for your bottle.
It's time for your bottle, Baby Needs Me.
My watch shows what I need to do.
Drink up, Baby Needs Me.
So Mommy knows how to care for you. Watch the watch so we can see.
Diaper time, Baby Needs Me.
Just what you'll need next from me. Time again to check my watch. It's time Baby needs me to love you lots.
This is Baby Needs Me. Baby Needs Me comes with bottle, brush, diapers, and magical mommy watch for you.
I'm Yakko. I'm Wacko.
I'm Dot.
We're the Warner Brothers.
And the Warner sister.
Hey, want to hear about our show? It's called Animaniacs.
Watch all our wild and witty wackiness weekdays, won't you?
Bet you can't say that 3 times fast.
That.
She's good. Don't miss the fun on the all-new Animaniacs. Weekday afternoons on Fox.
Is that it?
Are we done? Check, please.
And we are back to the show, guys. And if you heard that little rumbling going on, that little growling, we got a wild CYPHER in the chat. George CYPHER, Tom has joined us for the show.
There's a fat squatch on the loose.
Yeah, he was the one that got caught on the field last night running around. He went streaking. And all you heard on the camera was butter, 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 butter.
I would have got away with it. I mean, what?
So, Anyway, so guys, before we go on, you guys are watching us on YouTube, Twitch, and kick.com/Arrow Entertainment. Depending on what platform you're watching this on, hit that like, subscribe, and follow down below.
And in case if you don't know who I am the co-host of Utter Random Crap with Mike.
Yep. Or at least
just for those who have never seen it.
Or at least y'all should know. I mean, he's here every week. We're here every week, so y'all should know the voice.
It's utter, it's random, and I usually say a lot of crap.
Pretty much. So anyway, so before I get into the overtime shit, how much of football do you know? Like the playing and all that shit. How much do you know about football?
Football's a desperate cry for help, and wrestling's a barbarian sport.
There you go. Football's a desperate cry for help. So,
well, my main pet peeve with sports, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody gets on gamers, like, you know, people that play video games, right? Like, we're wasting our lives, but yet here you are rooting for a team you're not even playing. At least what I'm doing, I'm actually interacting with.
Exactly. Like, you got...
So just saying, you know, you make fun of us for playing our games and stuff, but yet you're the ones that have fantasy football.
Yes, they do. That I forgot all about that. People will pull up their phone apps and shit, and they'll be like, okay, I'm betting this team will win. This team, where I used to work at, and a couple of coworkers, they used to do that. They would show me these statistics that they were betting on each other, you know, in fantasy football and shit. And I'm like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it myself. I don't know what they get out of that. I don't know if they bet anything on that or whatever, but that was something I never got into. I play Madden. That's about it. But other than that, I don't do any of that stuff. And, you know, you've never seen any video gamers. You've never seen people like us bet on a video game. You know, you've never seen any of us lose money on a video, except for buying a game. That's about it.
But have you ever noticed most major sports is about scoring a point by getting a ball from point A to point B?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a simple fucking concept.
Mm-hmm. And it happens in soccer, in hockey, basketball, football. I think the only sport that doesn't have it is baseball. You're just hitting a little fucking round ball and running around bases.
I understand baseball. I can appreciate baseball because that can take skill.
Yes, it can.
You know, it's not easy to hit a home run and stuff. I've played baseball. All right. I played soccer when I was younger. I'm not kidding you. This guy belongs to the gun club I'm in. All right. He was my coach.
Yeah.
Do you know what my nickname was in soccer?
Huh.
The Tree. Because I didn't fucking move.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't fucking get it.
Yeah. They called you the Tree.
It did not seem fun to me to go run around and try to kick a ball into a net.
Yeah, I had
I'd rather go fishing or hunting than do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my ex, she had Peyton in a soccer event for about a year. This was back in like 2017 or 2018. And Peyton didn't like it. You know, at first it was kind of fun for her, but then like running around, having to do all those moves and stuff, yeah, she did not like that at all.
It got old. It got old really quick.
It does.
You know, at least with baseball, it's pretty simple. The object is, if you're the guy up the bat, you hit the ball, and you try to hit it to where nobody catches it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the other team's trying to catch it, and then your simple goal is trying to get back to the home base.
Yep. Running.
You know, and that does take strategy sometimes, because sometimes you have to outsmart the person who has the ball.
Yep. It's all a game of psyche too, you know.
All soccer and football is getting the ball from one side of the field to the other side of the field.
Yep. That's all it ever was.
That's all it really is.
Yeah.
I can appreciate hockey mainly because fights break out in that.
Yes, they do. Especially even more dangerous on ice, you know, because you're skating around on ice. And let me tell you, I know.
That's why I consider stuff like hockey, MMA, UFC, kickboxing, regular boxing, right, martial arts tournaments and stuff, actual sports.
Yeah.
Because you're allowed to pummel one another for the most part.
Yes, you are.
There is a definitive winner. Whoever does not get back up loses.
Yep. And I was talking to Mel about that. I was on the way home from when I saw you the other day, and we passed by.
Apparently I have a new fan.
Yep. Yeah, we drove by that skating rink up there by the courthouse.
Yeah.
And I was telling her about this old high school friend of ours. She took me out there one year back in high school to ice skate, and I was like, I don't know how to ice skate. I can't keep my balance on that shit. I don't know how to do it. But she was being kind of persuasive for it. You know, she was paying for it and everything, and I was still against it. And we go in, we get the shoes, and I'm not good with keeping my balance on something that is less than an inch thick. And
who is?
Yeah, I know. And it's not like you can't go out there and put the shoes on. You got to put the shoes on inside the building, and you got to walk your way out there on these thin ass stilts and get to the ice. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to keep my balance on them things. And I was out there. She was like, all you got to do is hang onto the wall and skate around. And I tried that. I fell on my ass twice. I was like, no, I'm sitting outside. I'm taking these fucking things off. It was hard for me. I couldn't do it. And
well, I know I can't ice skate because I can't rollerblade.
Yeah, same thing with me.
I can roller skate just fine, but I have a hard time standing on something narrow.
That was my issue.
Back then, I had real good balance. Back when I was in Taekwondo and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you couldn't knock me off balance. But you put me in rollerblades or something like that, I could not keep my balance.
Yeah. And some people are good with that, and I praise them for that, you know. But it's like, it's something not for me. It's something not for you, you know. It's like there's people that don't have the balance for it, you know.
But hell, my crippled ass nowadays, I can't stay steady when I'm taking a shit.
Oh shit. See, Hoyt said, I played baseball as an fun outdoor driveway activity when I was young. I got bored with it a long time ago. Yes. Some people find it fun. Some people find a passion for it, and some people are like, I don't feel like doing this anymore, that kind of thing. But yeah, when it comes
now, a game that I liked back in elementary school was the kickball games that we would do. It was like a mixture, you know, kind of like a soccer and baseball, where you would kick the ball and run the bases.
Yeah, I played that in elementary school. Yeah.
See, now that worked. You know what I mean? Because that was a little more skill. You weren't using a bat. You were using your foot. You got to try to hit the ball right. You know.
That, or try not to hit the person in the face with the damn ball.
That too.
There was another one that I picked up in high school. I never played it since then, but it was fun. You know, we played 4-way volleyball in a room outside the gym. And that was fun. You know, you had like teams of, I think, 2 or 3 in each corner. And you had to keep the ball up in the air, and it didn't matter where you hit the ball. You just had to keep it from hitting the ground on your end. That was fun. I tried playing volleyball. I tried playing tennis. It wasn't for me. You know, you have to really be like back and forth. You got to be very alert with it. You know.
Yeah. See, I won't touch a basketball or volleyball anymore because there's a bad history with me and those. Unfortunately,
I bet.
It has to do with a person that was a friend of mine in PE class. 2 years in a row this happened.
Oh, wow.
First year involved a basketball. The second year involved a volleyball.
Oh, shit.
He got mad about something in the gym class, and he threw the basketball at me. My back was turned to it, and you got to remember, this was not too long after I had started, you know, I had got my black belt and I branched off into doing other things.
Yeah.
Right? So my reaction is I can either catch the ball, deflect it, or send it back.
Yeah.
And my instinct was send it back. So I saw it coming. I spun around and I threw a hard punch as hard as I could into the basketball. It flew back, hit my friend in the arm, and broke his arm.
Damn.
Year after that, he got mad again, except this time it was after a volleyball thing. Threw the ball at me. Again, I decided to send it back. Broke his arm again.
He didn't learn the first time. He must have learned the second time.
His hand is now permanently in a cast.
Damn.
I felt so bad for him that I started writing for him in class.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would finish doing my work, and then I would ask him when he thought the answers were for things, and I would write it in for him. And
yeah.
like, I did that for that whole year because of that.
Yeah.
But he did it to himself.
He did.
You don't... I warned people not to do stuff like that because you don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like if somebody tries to come up behind me and put their hand on my shoulder, I have to stop and think real quick. Is this somebody I know, or am I going to be leaving with a hand?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But in a split second, my idea is you're trying to hit me with something, I'm sending it back.
Yeah, Hoyt, permanently. Yeah, that shit goes. Yeah, like when somebody doesn't listen the first time, the second time it's like, okay, I learned my lesson this time, but now it's like, at what cost do you learn your lesson? You know, it's like, mama tells you the first time, don't do that shit again, but then you don't listen, you do it again, and what happens? There are severe consequences that follows.
You know, so who's really to blame for that? Is it him? Is it me? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, should I have shown more restraint and maybe deflected the balls? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the same time, I have warned people, if you attack me with something, don't be surprised if it comes back at you.
Exactly.
The only way it could have ended worse is if he would have done that, and instead of me punching at full force, I could have done one of those kicks I told you about to the ball and hit him with it.
Yeah.
Which would have hit him even harder.
Yep. Probably would have done more damage, maybe not to his arm, but somewhere else.
You know?
And that's the risk that you take when it comes to sports too. It's like any sport, there's going to be some kind of health risk at it. You know, like with football,
yeah.
People running out on the field, people tackling each other, the way you grip the ball, the way you land. You know, there's been players that have left the field with twisted ankles, sprained ankles, broken ankles. I remember one year at work, somebody showed me a video of an NBA game where the guy landed on his foot in a particular way, and his foot just kind of went sideways, and it took his leg with it. And I think in one video you can actually see a little bit of the bone sticking out his leg. That's how bad he landed on his leg. And it's like, god damn, like, you know, people put their bodies at risk when it comes to sports. It's not all about fun. Like, people do get hurt in that shit.
But it's just like what with like the PE classes, like we're talking about. I got injured.
Yeah.
At one point because somebody did something and I didn't see it happen, but when it hit, it did something with my glasses and it cut right around my eye.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that, yeah.
And I didn't know I was cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the gym teacher that stopped everything and pulled me off to the side, right? And I kept telling them I'm fine. And then they're telling me, you're bleeding. And I went, what do you mean I'm bleeding? I don't feel nothing. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I see this blood on my face. And it's like, well, where the hell did this come from? I still don't know what happened till this day. But we were playing something. And somehow during it, something must have like hooked around and I guess nipped me without me knowing.
Yeah.
But it got that close to my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I was telling your daughter about was when I got sucker punched.
Yeah.
In a fight. That's when the lens got shattered in my eye.
That's what you told me about, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right, Hoyt. The guy could have not acted like a child. Yeah, some people, they will take things to heart, you know, when it comes to, especially sports. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are quote-unquote sore losers about things. You know, they lose. I think it's all about a masculinity thing. You know, when it comes to men, like, I don't want, you know, you try not to lose at football, you try not to lose at basketball, and then, you know, you feel humiliated, and then those certain people will try to take their anger out on them and try something, and then that's what happened in that case with Tom. It's like, don't try it, and the guy fucked around and found out twice. You know, that's a life lesson. You know, like when you take things to heart.
Me, it's not me trying to prove like I'm alpha male or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know? Although I did find out from my wife why so many girls liked me in the past, apparently. It's because I'm real. I'm honest with you. And I don't pretend to be something that I'm not. Because if I make a threat towards you, it's because I know I can do it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not me trying to, let me try to impress somebody. I wasn't trying to impress anybody. You know? It's just like when he threw the ball at me, right? I wasn't trying to impress anybody with it. It was just natural instinct. What do I do in this split second?
Yeah.
And my brain thought, best idea, send it back. Because it's like, send a message, send it back. Know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I hit it pinpoint that I sent it the same exact way it came. It went straight back. No curve or nothing. Both times I did it. I hit it dead on. It went straight back before he could even get his arm back, and that's what broke his arm.
Yep. It's amazing when something happens like that, you know? Like,
but it's even more surprising when I did it with the volleyball.
I bet. Because I would imagine, like, the volleyball, I can't remember what the weight of that is. Is it lighter or harder than the kickball or basketball?
It's a lot lighter than the basketball. The basketball I understood when it broke. All right, because even I'll admit, when I punched the ball, it stung my hand. You know, but I also hit it with a lot of force, too. I probably hit it harder than I should have.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to send it back. Now, the volleyball, on the other hand, when it hit him and I saw that reaction on him, I'm thinking, no fucking way.
I bet it had you stunned to surprise, I know.
I'm thinking, no fucking way. And everybody that witnessed it had the same kind of look on their face, like, no fucking way that just happened.
Yeah. But yeah,
but sure enough, it did.
Sports is a dangerous event, yeah. Just like last night, like with the game, the way the game went, I'm surprised. I mean, I don't know if there's any injuries on the field last night. I know at one point, I didn't watch it, but I heard that at one point, I think the Chiefs fumbled the ball or something, or somebody fumbled the ball or whatever. And it's now an instant meme on social media where Travis Kelce walked up to the referee and was screaming at him, was like yelling at him over a fucking play or something. It's like, God damn, this guy's a fucking asshole. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, you're not calling the shots. You're not fucking big shit team leader, or at least I don't think he is. And he's sitting there.
My thing is, everybody's getting paid to be there. Who gives a fuck who wins?
Exactly. That's what I was saying about the Ravens.
They should just be happy they're there, right?
Yeah.
And if they enjoy playing the game, enjoy playing the fucking game.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never cared when I played sports if I won or lost. All right?
Yeah.
All I ever cared is I gave it my best shot. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That's like...
If my best wasn't good enough, I went, well, at least I still gave it my all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like I said with the Ravens game. Like, I know they say supposedly, you know, when the team loses a game that costs them money or some shit like that, or they don't get paid. That's why I'm like, yeah, that the night that the Ravens lost against the Chiefs, I'm pretty sure, you know, with Taylor Swift being there, she probably paid them off. She probably said, okay, you guys, I want you to throw this game, but I'm gonna pay you guys. I'm gonna pay you all. You're still gonna get paid for being here. You're gonna be paid for playing the game. I'm pretty sure that's what happened behind the scenes. Like, nothing will ever come out. There's never any kind of investigation when it comes to sports. But I guarantee you that's what happened. You know, she's a successful billionaire. You know, I'm pretty sure she paid him a couple $1 million and say, here, throw the game. You guys are still getting paid.
Gee, sports aren't corrupted, just like our government's not ran by corrupt people. That would never happen.
I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back, and we'll get right back into our today's topic, so hang tight.
The hour-long X-Men special, next Our mission, return to program.
Bullseye.
Quicksand.
We'll be right back. TV's best tunes are on Fox.
We came, we saw, we cartooned.
For a whole afternoon of fun.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Starting with big thrills on Tom and Jerry Kids. Then it's loony laughs on Tiny Toon Adventures. And the craziest antics on the brand new Animaniacs.
We must prepare.
But where are we gonna find rubber pants our size?
All topped off with awesome action on Batman the Animated Series. So for outrageous adventure, tune in the tunes weekday afternoons on Fox. Kids, Fox 50 has an early morning lineup meant just for you. At 6, it's Inspector Gadget. At 6:30 Monday through Thursday, it's Stunt Dogs. With G.I. Joe at 6:30 on Fridays. And at 7, it's Disney's DuckTales. It's an early morning cartoon carnival. And it's just for kids. Fox 50 will allow adults to watch, but only under the supervision of a child. Don't miss the early morning cartoon lineup weekdays starting at 6 a.m. Everybody knows it's on Fox 50.
This season, parents are in for a surprise. As kids everywhere are cheering for Into the West.
Great! It was fantastic.
I would say it was terrific.
We're real cowboys!
Just like Outlaws.
The West was very magical. I liked it. A perfect 10.
If you're looking for fun and adventure, head Into the West.
The Wild West!
Into the West, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you. See it?
Yep, it's a commercial.
Bullseye.
He's back, he's here, he's Mario. No, he's the new and improved Mario in Super Mario All-Stars. So much Mario, it's a Mario smorgasbord. It's all the wigged out Mario Brothers adventures you ever played and then some. But this is juiced up 16-bit only on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mario. So it's bigger Mario, better Mario, in your face Mario. It's Raccoon Mario, Mario throwing fireballs, Mario hurling turnips, Mario negotiating an arms deal. Okay, maybe not. It's Mario like you've never seen him. What's 2 + 2 Mario? What's the capital of Ohio Mario? You're gonna live, breathe, eat, sleep Mario in Super Mario All-Stars. 4 complete Mario games, including the never-seen lost levels. You can't get more Mario than this, which is why the best played here.
Hey, can you sing the alphabet song?
Of course I can.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alphabet tastes great to me. Lots of yummy letters from A to Z. Breakfast fun for you and me.
Alphabets and marshmallow alphabets. Part of this complete breakfast.
ABCs, delicious.
And we are back, guys. So,
but I was learning my ABCs from that commercial, Mike.
Oh my god, I missed that cereal. ABCs with marshmallows and shit. Man, the 90s had some good fucking cereals, man.
Do you remember Rice Krispie Treat cereal?
I think I do, yeah. I forgot when they came out.
I don't know why they don't make it anymore.
There's a lot of stuff they don't make anymore.
Well, originally, they were trying to make the excuse that it wasn't healthy, right? But it's like bullshit. You make frosted Rice Krispies.
Mm-hmm.
You make chocolate Rice Krispies.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, don't you tell me it's because it's unhealthy.
Well, that's like back in the day, like, nobody said anything about gluten being bad for you. Then, like, all of a sudden, within the last 5 years, they removed gluten from a lot of foods and shit. It's like, it didn't affect us growing up. People still got fat. People still died. It's a way of life. But now,
well, gluten's not bad for everybody. It's bad for somebody like me who's got a fucked up liver.
Yeah, and that's what they don't understand.
But trying to eat a gluten-free diet sucks, which is why I say fuck my liver.
Yeah, bring back.
I tried gluten-free. They had a whole aisle of gluten-free shit that I went and tried.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever find something with flux in it, don't eat it.
Oh, wow.
Flux sucks.
That should be on a shirt. #flux sucks.
No, what should be on their shirt is my Boston Cream slogan.
There you go.
You know which one that is.
Oh shit! I think we got a fucking drawing of it. I think I forgot what that was.
It had the saying, "Get down on your knees and smile like a donut." Or you may not know it now, but soon you will be a Boston Cream.
Fill you up like a Taylor Swift.
That's still like my thing before they changed the name of Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of my Facebook, or no, it was get out of MySpace, or I'll punch you in the Facebook and kick you in the Twitter.
Yeah, that's it. Now, some people on the radio call it Twitter X. It's like, it's still Twitter, it's just Twitter X. I'm like, I feel stupid when I call it X. I'm like,
I don't mind calling it X, but I feel like every time you go to visit the site, it should start with going, X gonna give it to you. I just feel like it should just automatically play that.
Yeah.
Every time you come there, and then people will actually adapt to it better.
Yes. Oh shit! So yeah, guys, welcome back. Hour 2. This is Tuned In Live. You guys are live with me and Tom, my co-host, as always. And getting back into this football game here, real quick. So the game went into overtime. The game went into overtime last night. You know, the Chiefs kicked it, a field goal, 19-19, and it went into overtime. The last 4 seconds of the game. I was like, oh, here we go. They're pissed off. They're trying to get back up there, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I know, you know, we don't pay too much attention to sports, but back in the day, when you go into overtime, and it used to be like a 3-minute timer or a 5-minute timer or whatever, whoever scored in overtime first won the game, right? I mean, that's how the rules were, I imagine. I believe that's how the rules were.
I can't remember.
But I know somebody said that the rules changed over time, you know, especially for like main events like the Super Bowl. And I'm like, well, that's kind of bullshit, because as far as I remember, overtime was, you know, your time to kill. It's like, okay, whoever has the ball, if you score, you win, that's it. So in overtime, the 49ers scored. You know, they scored a field goal, I believe it was. And they got up to 22. Yeah, they got to 22 points. And the Chiefs were at 19. I'm like, okay, 49ers scored. They should win the game. Why is the clock still going? Why is the clock? They gave them a 10-minute clock. I was like, why is the clock still going? And the ball kept going back and forth. Chiefs, 49ers, Chiefs, 49ers. And then out of nowhere, the Chiefs score a fucking touchdown. They get ahead, and now it's 25-22, and we're at the end of the clock, and that's the game. So I'm like, wait a minute. So now they're treating overtime as like a whole other quarter? Like, this can't be right. Like, as far as I remember, overtime was, you know, your moment to shine. It was your moment to get that last play in to score. Whoever scored in overtime, that was it. That was the game. But oh no, when the fucking Chiefs got that ball and they scored that touchdown, it was over. It was done. I knew something had to have been rigged. I don't think it has something to do with the rules changing. And I was trying to look up what the rules were for that shit. And I think I had it. Let's see. Okay, Los Angeles Times. They posted this yesterday. What happens if the Super Bowl goes into overtime? Here is how the NFL works. And I was reading up on it, if I could find it real quick. Okay, so they said the previous system was the same as the one still in place for regular season games. It's basically a modified sudden death system that gives each team at least one chance to score, with one big exception. If the team that first possesses the ball in overtime scores a touchdown, not a field goal, on that drive, okay, so it's a touchdown you gotta score, not a field goal. But I would still imagine if you get any extra points in overtime, that would be it. That's it. You know, like you try to score however which way you can. You either get a field goal or a touchdown. Any points you get, that should be it. So apparently the rules with it is you got to score a touchdown on that drive. You can't kick a field goal. If you score a touchdown, the team wins. The game is over, with the other offense never getting a chance to take the field in overtime. If the first team kicks a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either win the game with a touchdown or tie it with a field goal. In the latter case, the game continues until someone scores. That's fucking bullshit. That is bullshit right there. I'm like, wait a minute, this whole goddamn time that, you know, that I know as much as I do about football, like you go sit there and say that a field goal doesn't really count. It scores you points, but it doesn't count? Like, what bullshit is that? Like, I don't think that's fair. Like, all right, this is their modified rules. It's basically a modified sudden death system that gives both teams a chance to score. But here's my thing. The 49ers did score. They scored a field goal. They scored 3 extra fucking points. What's up, Thornton? Just coming in. I didn't watch the game last night. Yeah, I didn't watch it either, man. But I'm like, I'm looking at this other bullshit with the overtime, right? And I'm rereading like some of these. Like correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't watch football at all. But if a team goes into overtime and they score by any means necessary, if they score points, whether it be a field goal or touchdown, shouldn't that mean that the team should automatically win? You know, like whatever points you get, if you get ahead of the other team, they should win, right? But according to what I just read, it says you have to score a touchdown in order to win. If the team that possesses the ball when you go into overtime, if they score a touchdown, not a field goal, they win the game. If they get a field goal, the other team gets the ball and has a chance to score. Like, how the fuck is that even fair? I think the 49ers should have been able to get another chance to score like that, like in college. Yeah. But that game last night, you know, regardless of them talking about, here's the rules about overtime, here's the rules, they've been modified, they've been changed. When the fuck did they change them? Did they change it within the last 2 years? Did they change it in the last 5 years? Did they change them for last night's game because Taylor Swift was there? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, did I miss something here? Like, did I miss something? Like, the 49ers scored a field goal. 3 points. 22-19. That should have been the fucking final score. But the clock kept running. So now they got these modified sudden death rules. It's like, okay, they got a field goal. Now the Chiefs got a chance to score a touchdown, which they did. 25-22. I think that was some cheat bullshit right there. That was some fucking cheating bullshit. That they fucking scored that. You know, I'm honestly glad football is over. We can get a break from you ain't gonna get no break from Taylor Swift, Colton. She's gonna be plastered all over the fucking social media and all. It's not just about football. She's gonna be plastered all over. You ain't gonna get no break from Taylor Swift at all. We'll get into that. But yeah, the game last night, I still say it was fucking rigged, in a sense. Like, both teams, they were really putting up a fight from what it seemed. And I didn't watch any of it. I'm watching the score on the website. And it was like, I don't know, maybe by the second or third quarter, I think the 49ers had finally scored something. So somebody somewhere, like, they were really battling it out. And then you got Travis Kelce, or whatever the fuck his name is, down on the field. You know, he's screaming at the goddamn referee over a fumbled ball and shit. You know, there was a bunch of stupid shit going on last night. Yeah, it was definitely rigged. It was. It really was. Especially that overtime play. Like I said, I don't know when those rules went into effect, when they changed the rules, where it's like, oh, like you gotta score a touchdown. You know, field goals don't count. You're gaining points. You're gaining points. Oh, I know. It's all about money making and celebrities and Kelce looking good. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what it was all about. But yeah, that was the whole game last night, guys. The Chiefs won 25-22. And I called it. I called it 2 weeks ago. And I don't know how I did it, but I called it 2 weeks ago. I was like, watch, Chiefs are going to win because of Taylor Swift. And I'll be goddamn if they didn't. Like they were at risk losing everything in the fourth quarter. And then the Chiefs tied it up with a field goal, put them in overtime, taking advantage of these quote-unquote so-called new rules of overtime to where, okay, 49ers scored. They should have won. No. It's not over yet. They only got a field goal. You'll hear it from me now. Chiefs will win again next year. I mean, it's possible, 2 years in a row. It's bound to happen, depending on how the team is. I don't think Kelsey and Swift are going to last much longer. Who knows? They might they might break up by November or something, But it's always a possibility, that they could end up in the Super Bowl again. But yeah, that whole experience last night, it was bullshit. And that's where I saw that one viral video on TikTok where they're watching the game. And you got that one person who bet $20,000 that the 49ers would win. And when it came out that the Chiefs won, this guy hops over everybody and starts bashing his TV in. He starts punching the fucking TV on the wall, and he's fucking cussing mad at everybody and shit. He just lost fucking $20,000, and I'm like, dude, don't fucking bet $20,000 on the game. You should have put $1 million on the Chiefs last night. Dude, if I put like $10 or $20 down on each of those games that played, shit, I would have been banking some fucking shit, man. Like, I called 3 games in a row, and I don't even watch football. I don't even fucking watch football. I would have fucking won those bets. Last night, I would have probably been a little bit worried that, okay, I'm going to lose, because 49ers are ahead. Nah, the Chiefs cheated their way up there. The Chiefs got it. The Chiefs got that fucking ball, and that was a done deal, And then, of course, you got Taylor Swift coming down on the field to share a kiss with him and all this stupid fucking bullshit. And all cameras are on Taylor Swift and Kelsey. It's like, oh, look at this cute couple. Oh, what are they going to do next? Yeah, they probably went back to their Las Vegas room and butt-fucked each other, with fucking pegging each other, the whole fucking night through. I don't watch it either because it's so predictable. It's not even worth entertaining. It's not. At this point, NFL might as well just be fucking scripted like the WWE, But yeah.
Gatorade.
Where did that one come from?
H2O.
You must have just added some new stuff.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Shut up, Gatorade.
H2O.
That's why you were silent for the last 10 minutes.
Well, we're talking about football, and I like the movie The Waterboy, and I thought, oh, this would be perfect. So,
Gatorade.
H2O.
Yeah, somebody got their Gatorade last night. They poured the Gatorade on the Chief. It was purple Gatorade.
Gatorade.
But did you all hear that Kelsey put up $1 million for a fucking motel suite last night in Vegas? He put up that money for him and Taylor Swift because Vegas, there was some resort around there. I forgot they were offering a $1 million suite for both of them, and they paid it too, so they stayed there.
Actually, I'll be right back. I know what I'm gonna go get.
Gatorade.
Because I just made some earlier.
Oh, nice. Homemade Gatorade.
Well, no, I drink those Gatorade Zeros, and they come in pouches. And I just make like a gallon of it.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. Don't forget, I'm getting
Gatorade.
My buddy was in Vegas last night. The streets were packed. The casinos were packed. Yeah, I bet things were going ape shit for 49ers fans out there. Because let me tell you something. When the Ravens lost that game 2 weeks ago, there were fans. My brother said there was fans in Walmarts fucking pissed off and screaming and shit. They were all fucking pissed that the Ravens lost. And it's like, because they were pissed about how, not just the Ravens losing, but how they were playing. And I'm just like, yeah, they were paid off. It was rigged. They were paid off. Like, and it's very obvious. How does a team like the Ravens play so fucking well all the way up to the playoffs? How do they do so well? And then the last game at the playoffs, they just fumble the ball several times. They're just like, oh, I play football. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, the other team got the ball. They're going to score. It don't matter because Mama Taylor paid me $1 million to throw the game. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, it was definitely obvious. It was definitely obvious that game was rigged. I tell you, like, people were pissed off. They were talking about it the next day, and people were like, I still support it. I still support the team. I'm like, yeah, you support the team. They threw the fucking game. Yeah, they fumbled in the end zone. They fumbled a couple of other sections. The Chief intersected, I don't know how many times. Even one of the Ravens linebackers, you know, they end up tackling the fucking one of the other Chiefs linebackers or something before the ball was even hutted. You know, they were making some ridiculous plays in that game. I was like, what the hell are they doing? I watched the half of the fucking game. I was like, this game is laughable. You do so well getting up to this point, and then all of a sudden, you suck?
They have that moment where they're like, can I pet that bunny, George?
That's what they did. We lost the game, but let's go pet the bunny. Yeah, so many pass interferences.
George said I could pet the bunny.
Yeah, so many pass interference plays weren't called. Yeah, that game, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. But it was all rigged. It was all paid because Taylor Swift is a big fucking event. She's a big fucking event, people. And then we get to, oh my god, so last week was the Grammys. I didn't watch it. I don't watch those award shows. I don't watch the Oscars. I don't watch the Grammys. I don't watch any of that fucking shit, you know?
I went to Grammys once. She didn't make oatmeal raisin cookies for me, so I left.
Damn bitch. But yeah, so, I mean, I only got highlights of it. I only got highlights of the Grammys a couple times. And I know Celine Dion came out to present the award. Now, Celine Dion, she is in bad health right now.
I thought she was retired.
Yeah, she's retired. She has, stiff person syndrome or something like that? Where she can't move around, or she doesn't have, the muscular activity, you know, her muscles don't work. That's what it is. It's like she could barely move. Yeah, she can't do...
What? Oh yeah, like it's not known that I make bad jokes at horrible situations at bad times. Really, I'm probably the first person that made a joke as soon as Michael Jackson died.
I'm sure anybody else did. Oh,
I was in a
kids are
church
safe.
parking lot with the window down when I learned he died, and without skipping a beat, I looked right at my wife and said, "Well, I guess we're never going to get a sequel to Beat It."
I would have looked at the church window and say, hey kids, you're safe now, he's gone. Oh shit. But yeah, this poor woman, Celine Dion.
I wonder if at his funeral they did the 21 nut squeeze salute where everybody just stood there, squeezed their nuts and went
You must have read my mind. I was thinking of that the second part. But yeah, Celine Dion, she's got stiff person syndrome where her muscles don't work like they used to. And
now, is it muscles or is it that over time they're becoming calcified?
Let me look that up real quick. Celine,
where you're kind of becoming a human statue, because that is a very painful thing.
Yeah, let's see. Celine Dion has stiff person syndrome, a 1 in a million diagnosis. These are its symptoms. People with the syndrome experience rigidity in their torso and limbs, as well as muscle spasms that can occur at random or in response to certain stimuli.
Huh. Almost sounds like me. Interesting.
But
No,
yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
I end up with constant muscle spasms that just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm stiff as hell.
That might be it. You might have Celine Dion syndrome. Stiff person syndrome. But yeah,
everything's stiff on me except what should be. That's limp. It might be legally dead. I'm not quite sure.
we haven't determined it yet. But yeah, so there's this poor woman.
Unless somebody wants to give it mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to see if it will live, I don't know.
Yeah, blow it up like a balloon. Does it have holes in it? It keeps going down. I don't know.
You realize if my wife listens back on this, she's gonna go, "Oh dear God."
But yeah, poor Celine Dion. She was big back in the '90s, guys, and '80s and '90s, and she comes out on stage, and she presents this award. I think it's like Album of the Year or something to Taylor Swift, and she comes up on stage and she is acknowledging everybody else. She gives all these random people a hug on the back of the stage, and she just walks up to Celine Dion and snatches the award. She doesn't really acknowledge her at that point. She just grabs the award, says her thank yous and whatever. And even Celine Dion at one point, somebody said that she felt uncomfortable doing that. But then again, she was she was there. She was glad she did it. But then there was a couple of sources that say, like, behind the scenes, like, Taylor Swift did go back and acknowledged her and thanked her and hugged her and got a photo with her and shit like that. Because it's like, you gotta say, people talk about how talented Taylor Swift is, right? They talk about how talented she is. That's like when fucking Justin Bieber come out, Now,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if she's talented or not because, one, I've never paid attention to her.
Yeah.
Because usually I leave people alone unless they put themselves on my radar.
Yeah. That's like back in the day.
Just like a certain
oh yeah
Twitter account.
But yeah, that's like back in the day with Justin Bieber. People were talking about how talented Justin Bieber was. He could play the drums, he could sing, he could play guitar. Oh my fucking God, so can the rest of the goddamn...
I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard of Justin Bieber and heard a song by him, I thought it was a her.
It sounded just like
lying. Her. I'm not lying. I thought it was a her.
Sounded just like it, yeah. But like, how many musicians out there are talented in their own way, And most of them get acknowledged. Some of them don't get acknowledged. Like the night of the Grammys, not only was Taylor Swift the biggest thing since sliced bread, but even Jay-Z came out and called bullshit. Jay-Z, yeah, he did make an ass of himself the same way Kanye West did years ago.
Right, that's it. I'm going to become huge in the music industry, the rap industry. I'm going to be known as the Fat Squatch, and my first single is going to be Buttering Them Biscuits.
We're going to I'll make you the beat, and you just provide the lyrics.
Spread that butter.
But yeah, just like with Kanye West years ago, when he hopped up on stage... When Taylor Swift won the award, and he was like, I'm only going to be up here second, Taylor and all, but I think he was talking about Beyonce. He was like, Beyonce had the best album of the year or something like that, or I forgot what it was. And it's like, it's very ironic, the deja vu, because first you got Kanye West doing it to Taylor Swift, and then now you got Jay-Z coming up, and he's talking about how Beyonce, she won all these awards. She was nominated for all these awards, but she never won a Grammy for her albums. And he's talking about how the Grammys are kind of they're overlooking certain artists that possibly deserve certain awards. And I don't think he was going on to saying that they were racist in any way, because I'm pretty sure people like Whitney Houston won Grammys back in the day. I'm pretty sure, those type of artists. But it's like a deja vu thing, all eyes are on Taylor Swift, but then all of a sudden you got two people coming out within years apart are giving acknowledgement to Beyonce. I'm like, well, in my opinion, when Beyonce starts releasing good music, maybe she will fucking, maybe she will win a Grammy. I don't know. I mean, her best thing was back in the day when she was with, what was it, Destiny's Child, I think it was.
Again, I didn't pay attention back then either.
Yeah. But yeah, the Grammys was one thing, you know, where Taylor Swift, she had that smug appearance, I guess.
I know names, Mike. I just don't know what the hell they're famous for.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, for instance, I still have no fucking clue why the Kardashians are famous.
Neither do I. The names just popped up. The same thing for me. The names just popped up.
I just heard them one day and I went, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Right? And I said, what did they do? And nobody could give me an answer. And still to this day, nobody has given me an answer on what the fuck they did.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. They just date black people and they make they make sex tapes of them and shit, and it's like, well, that's who they are, you know.
Okay, and so do porn stars, and ain't none of them famous apparently.
Yeah. They do a few videos there, then they fucking get a lawyer and sue the hell out of their counterparts, saying that they were raped and molested on set and shit. And it's like, you volunteer for this. You volunteered to be in a sex tape, but yet you're going to sit there and sue, let's say, Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy, he's been fucking sued for,
yeah, they're the ones that leaked the sex tape.
Yeah.
That sound about right?
Yeah.
That's what most celebrities do.
Yeah, they do.
No sex tapes get out there because the celebrities that are in it leak it.
Uh-huh.
Which doesn't mean it's actually leaked. They put it out there.
Yeah. Just like, I'm going to look up this next one here. Let me see here. If my phone will actually fucking do something for a change. I swear, it's like I upgraded to a fucking phone, and then it's like, oh, this is a downgrade. That's all it is. Okay. So...
Your phone needs
Gatorade.
Yeah, I like to drown it in some fucking Gatorade.
No, you drown it in
H2O.
Yeah, that too. So, back in the 70s. Oh shit, I didn't even know she died in 2002. Damn. Oh, she was still alive.
Who died in 2002?
So, back in the 70s, there was this woman, and she was a pornography actress, Linda Lovelace. And she was in this 1972 hardcore porno, Deep Throat. And of course, I mean, I know people listening are probably like, Deep Throat? Yes. Put your imaginations to work. Deep Throat. This is a porno. And I've seen it years ago. Years ago, I've seen it. That's all it was. It was a woman who goes to her gynecologist or doctor, is like, I can't get an orgasm when I have sex. What is wrong with me? So he examines her.
Oh, my.
And it turns out her clitoris is in her throat. So in order for her to gain that, you know, that what the fuck do they call it? You know, when you gain that orgasm and shit, when you get in that moment.
To stop her from getting a dry throat, she had to have
Gatorade.
Oh, she had a special kind of Gatorade with that. So throughout the movie, you know, her goal is to find the one she wants to spend her life with, who has the biggest fucking dick that will satisfy her for the rest of her life, you know?
Nobody ever deserves that pain and harmony.
And that's all it is. So after that movie had come out, she had filed lawsuits against the director, the producers, and all that, saying that she was used and she was abused and this and that on the set. She felt she felt unsafe, this and that. It's like, well, you decided to star in the fucking movie. You were in the movie.
Here's how that would have got thrown out real quick. Ma'am, did you sign a contract for them to put a dick down your throat? You did?
Yep.
Case thrown out.
Mm-hmm. She protested that movie after it came out and shit. And, like, people were watching it ever since then. Like, okay, you sucked a lot of dick in the movie. You even saw it. It was very hardcore, but then you're like, I wasn't comfortable on the set with that movie. I was so ashamed, and then I think that was like I think she did a few other movies after that, but, you know, it wasn't until like the 80s or the 90s where she started protesting it and shit, and it's like, that's what's going on with porn stars now. They're making pornos and shit, and then all of a sudden they feel embarrassed that their privacy is out there for people to watch. That's like, if you look at Taylor Swift, all right, and I know it's going to happen. There's going to be a fucking Taylor Swift Kelsey sex tape that's going to leak out there.
with this music in the background.
Taste the biscuit.
Yep.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
She'll probably sing that too. And that'll be him too. Her being a singer, she'll be saying, "Oh, taste the biscuit." And people will be like, "You want to see some true talent? Watch this bitch on all fours." You know, that's what the porno's going to be. They're going to feel so fucking ashamed and embarrassed. They're going to file fucking lawsuits and shit. She'll probably end up making a song about it. She'll break up with Travis Kelce or whatever the fuck his name is. And that'll be that. But it's bound to fucking happen. You know?
Yeah, they'll name it the Anal Avenger, and then she'll be able to do this with her ass.
Mm-hmm. Might be a lot worse.
Echo.
Yeah. It probably already echoes now after last night. I'm pretty sure they had a few drinks and he widened that asshole like a lot of fucking loads. But yeah, you know, it's the whole thing with her.
Oh my.
What's it?
It's so sad that I can just pretty much do soundboard shit for most of this.
I know. Thornton. I heard you mention the Kardashians. Only way I will see them being famous is their involvement with O.J. Simpson in the 90s. I don't remember them being involved with O.J. I know, no, you probably think about Ray J. I don't think it was no, it wasn't O.J. I don't think it was O.J.
No O.J.
H2O. It was Ray J. He was a rapper or some shit. I forgot. But yeah, Kim Kardashian was this guy named Ray J. And they had the sex tape that's out there. That was back in the 90s. I know that was 90s or the 2000s, something around there. But yeah. So you know, Kardashian goes. You know, she doesn't go ape shit, but you know, the Grammys were a fucking big issue, and there was something else. Robert Kardashian was one of the attorneys. Okay, well, let me look that up here real quick here. Hold on. Let's see. O.J. Simpson and the if I could spell.
I can answer that question.
Okay, answer it.
Her dad was part of his lawyer because those two were like best friends.
Okay.
And they thought that he was their uncle. And everybody thinks that Khloe Kardashian could be O.J.'s daughter.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So there we go. Yeah, Robert Kardashian. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, the Kardashians and O.J. Simpson's their relation, like Mel just said, Simpson and Kardashian first met at USC and became buddies a few years later. The friendship extended to their significant others and business ventures. Kardashian kids saw O.J. Simpson as an uncle. Kardashian was a loyal friend to Simpson after he was accused of murder. Oh, that's nice.
Daddy, and what does he do?
Simpson saw Kardashian as a brother despite their ugly fallout. Okay, so there was a bunch of ugliness going on with that. Okay. I know she fucked Ray J. That was it. I didn't know they had some kind of involvement with O.J. Simpson, but yeah, that's a disgusting family.
Where's the soundboard where I can hear him go, yeah.
Hold on, let me see. I got it somewhere buried in here. Let's see. Where did I put that? Here we go.
Yeah, that deserved that.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole Taylor Swift thing, it's gone phenomenally disgusting to finish up on Taylor Swift here. So we know the Super Bowl was rigged. All these games were rigged with her. You know,
ew, she wanted to finish on Taylor Swift. Ew.
She had a thing on, the Grammys and all. Oh, she even went to Tokyo. Oh my gosh, she had a show in Tokyo, and she was worried that Kelce, he wanted to be there, but he had to be at home to prep for the fucking Super Bowl and shit. But she made it back. Oh yeah, that was another thing too, where there was some fan or something that was keeping track of her flighting arrangements, where her thing was flying from and shit, and she was like, I want to put a restraining order against this kid who could track my airlines and shit. Like, so fucking what? They're watching you fly from Japan to the U.S. So fucking what? Like, oh my god, she is one smug fucking bitch. Another question I have is, why do all these celebrities make these sex tapes if they're afraid of it being seen? I don't know. maybe it's more popularity for them. I don't fucking know. Look at Tommy.
They're pretending they don't want it to be seen. That way they become more famous.
Yeah.
Because, they got so naked.
Biggest one back in the 90s, if anybody remembers it, was the Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson sex tape. And that, they didn't really expect it to blossom the way it did. Didn't Paris Hilton make a sex tape? Yep, Paris Hilton made one as well.
Let's face it, she was also in like cheeseburger commercials and stuff, so that wouldn't have been the first time somebody saw Paris Hilton with meat in her mouth. So it's not really shocking to anybody.
Yeah. But I will also say, and this is the funniest bit I'm getting into, oh my fucking god. If Taylor Swift doesn't make you cringe, the Swifties do. And
Swiftie.
The fucking Taylor Swift fans, they call them Swifties.
When you said it, I was thinking of a Swiffer.
Shit, I would love to make that their term, Swiffers. But yeah, the South Park episode of Paris Hilton was hilarious. Yeah, I vaguely remember that one. I've seen it a couple times. But yeah, so I proved the mentality of Swifties, these Taylor Swift fans, right? And I proved it last night. Now, these motherfuckers, they are so quick to defend Taylor Swift on anything. If you are a hater, if you don't care for her music, if you don't care for her demeanor, if you don't like her as a person, these Taylor Swift fans, they'll go fucking ape shit and they'll attack you. They will attack you like no other. It's fucking ridiculous how Taylor Swift has this following, and she doesn't even address it. She doesn't address or acknowledge it in any way. She allows this shit. She has songs talking about haters gonna hate. Oh my god, I hate that fucking song. Talking about fucking haters and shit, and then you got the Taylor Swift fans out there. Let's see, how can people be so proud of being called a Swiftie? I know, dude. These fans are so fucking cringe and shit. It's unbearable. So I gotta tell you guys something. You're gonna get a kick out of this. I am friends with this person on Facebook. Her name is Courtney. Now,
you talking about that picture you shared the other day, that goblin-looking thing?
Yes. Yes, they're like McJuggernuggets fans, Colton. So, I commented last night, and this other person I'm friends with on Facebook commented on there, and alright, I gotta find the actual post. I hope she still has it up. Let me see. It's on Facebook. That is if she ain't blocked me yet or deleted the whole thing, Okay, she's still on there. Because I think I gotta read it on Facebook from where she has it at. Oh, come the fuck on. Why is my PC acting so fucking retarded?
No, like fucking Schmeagle.
Here it is. Okay, so I'm reading it directly from Facebook, guys. So this person, Courtney, posted, "That was the best game ever. Whoever rooted for the 49ers, ha 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 ha." Now, I first posted, "Now, let's pray that both Kelsey and Swift both contract AIDS and suffer." And I put laugh emojis on there. And then she posts, "Pray and Chiefs won." And I commented back, "LOL. Not how it worked. Money bought out that win. Thank your talented skank goddess." But that's not even the meat and potatoes there, guys. Here we go.
First things first, I'm a reverend, and I get so tired of people saying, "Pray this and that."
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, God doesn't give a shit about your football team.
Nope.
So you praying just means you're a petty little asshole.
Yeah. So on to the meat and potatoes of this whole thing here, guys. So this other person who I'm friends with, and she's friends with her as well, she said, "You think they actually done something, please." So then Courtney comments to her, "Why is my post funny to you because your team lost?" So then I commented back to Courtney saying, "No, because the game was rigged and scripted. all in favor of Swift. Swifties are as bad as Nazis at this point. Now, when I commented that, and that was my best analogy to that, was that...
Albert, what's your opinion on this?
100%.
Let's see.
So he agrees.
Colton, that's what's sad too. We have more serious problems in the world we live in, and all people care about is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and that's all they do care about. Are those two motherfuckers? That's their biggest world right now. So, I told this person that Taylor Swift fans are as bad as Nazis for the way they act. That's my opinion. That's my analogy for it. That's how I see it. They're as bad as Nazis. Here's the kicker. She writes back, "What is Nazis?" She writes back, I shit you not. She wrote, "What is Nazis?" I said, "Oh, damn. I thought you could read. Reread that last comment." And then I started thinking, so I wrote another comment immediately after that. And I was like, don't tell me you don't know who Nazis are. I hope you made it that far in high school. Here is her reply to that, guys. Now, mind you, for those of you who follow, you all know who Hubbard is. You know about the Hubbardisms. You know how Hubbard speaks and talks. This is a female Hubbard. I'm going to read you guys word for word what this woman said.
United together, we take a huge shit.
This woman said, word for word, I'm reading it as she put, "You still didn't my question when you commit on somebody else's post. They ask you a question, answer them because it is the right thing to do, because I never heard of the word Nazis in my life until now. Seriously, I haven't. That is why I ask you what it meant. Just because you know it don't mean everybody else does. Seriously, you known."
That's what she said.
This is exactly how this person put it. It's like, it baffled me that not only did this person not know what a Nazi is, but this was her fucking comment. This is from last night.
Damn it!
This is from last fucking night. Whoever Courtney Noel is with the North County doesn't know who Nazis are, but this is how her fucking comment wrote. So I commented back, "Oh my fucking Christ, I'm sorry, reading your comment just gave me cancer. Not only are you missing key words and misspelled several words, but not to know the word Nazi shows me you never graduated. How could you graduate?
You let me listen now.
How could you graduate high school without knowing what Nazis are? If you can read, look up World War II, Adolf Hitler, the Holocaust, concentration camps, etc. You cannot make it through school without learning about that. I cannot believe you didn't know what or who Nazis were. Yeah, I guess that describes Swifties in a nutshell."
Trust and believe that.
And I mean, there was a few more comments after that with me and somebody else talking about the football game and all. But for this person to sit there and tell me, yeah, God, that's exactly how Hubbard sounds. Yes, Colton. But that tells me, I'm like, how the fuck does somebody like this?
Hubbard, what's your opinion on all this?
You retarded motherfucker.
Colton,
yeah, it sounds about right.
Colton, if you look on Haggie's Discord, I shared that conversation and a picture of a woman on there. That's who was telling me. Yeah, it's like Charlie Manson and his cult followers. You know what? That's another analogy too, Colton. I think I was thinking about that the other day. It feels like fucking, you know, where Taylor Swift is Charles Manson, and she's telling her followers, go attack this person, attack these haters, attack that person, do this, do that. That's exactly what it is. But for this person who labels that she went to my high school, this person never fucking graduated. How can you make it through school and not have a single class where you learn about World War I, World War II, Vietnam, all these fucking wars? How do you not know what a fucking Nazi is?
She didn't graduate, she graduated.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure, and it was one of the requirements, I believe, because I watched it in 7th grade. I'm pretty sure, I don't even think knows about the Diary of Anne Frank. Like, this seriously, it boggles my fucking mind. Like, you want to sit there and praise Taylor Swift. You want to laugh at people who hate Taylor Swift and shit. You want to bash people who hate Taylor Swift, yet you don't know what a fucking Nazi is? How the fuck did you get through school?
And she looks like Gollum who wants her.
How are you my fucking age? How are you my fucking age and you don't know what a fucking Nazi is?
It's the winner.
Mike, how dare you attack the president? Taylor Swift is the precious. Give us the precious.
So people, in a fucking nutshell, I bet if you ask somebody who's a diehard Taylor Swift fan, if you ask him the fucking shit, if you ask
he
him
just looked at the picture.
He's like, oh, I looked at the picture, pink hair and camo shirt. Yeah.
It explains a lot.
I was like, yeah, it's the thing on the right. Let me make sure if that is the right person. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Things that make you go.
Do you know her?
I might have back in the day, but I was like, ugh. Things that make you go. That is the person in that picture that literally asked me the question, what is Nazis? This is my first time hearing about Nazis. I'm like, oh my god, you just proven how fucking stupid you really are. Like, I can understand if an 8 or 9-year-old asks me what's a Nazi because they haven't learned that far yet in their studies. They haven't got that far in school. But for somebody who's around my and Tom's age to ask me what are Nazis? Oh my fucking Christ. I tell you people, this fucking world is doomed. This world is fucking doomed. Like, not only are liberals taking down historical statues from Civil War period and shit, but then you got fucking people like this that are like, what are Nazis? I never heard of Nazis.
I mean, what?
I mean, next she's going to ask me, who was Abraham Lincoln? Oh my Christ, I should fucking ask her that. And don't tell me it's the person on the fucking dollar bill.
You ask her who Abraham Lincoln is, she'll probably go to person that made Lincoln Logs.
Oh, she'll probably know who Kanye West is. She'll tell you who Kanye West and Taylor Swift and Jay-Z and Jizzy and Megaphone and whoever else fucking sings garbage rap nowadays.
You get what I'm saying, Mike. You ask her who Abraham Lincoln is, she's going to probably think the person who made Lincoln Logs.
Nah, she'll go back and say, "Is that the person? Is that Donald Trump when Biden said something about Abraham Lincoln as racist?" I'm pretty sure that's who it fucking is. Like my brain is fried right now. Like it's fried like it was last night. I'm like, did you just?
You can't fix stupid, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's like, how are you going to ask me a question like that? And I just schooled her, and she didn't comment back or anything. She didn't come back to. She didn't comment.
You could ask her what oxygen's made out of, and she'll go
H2O.
Yeah, breathe that beautiful H2O. I swear to y'all, people, like, to anybody watching, this is serious. This is not scripted shit. This is serious. This is on Facebook. This is somebody that I went to school with. Apparently, they did not fucking graduate because they don't know what a Nazi is. They don't know who Nazis are. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is a person who looks up to Taylor Swift, who will sit there and argue with a fact with you about Taylor Swift. She'll be like, you're just a hater. And you know what? That's another thing. Somebody commented last night and told me, oh, yeah, I like it when a man hates on a successful billionaire. And I was like, I don't give a fuck how much money she has. I don't give a fuck if she's a goddamn billionaire. She's still a fucking skank. She's a talented, lip-syncing skank. That's all I gotta fucking say. Like, looking at these fucking people who support Taylor Swift is like looking at those fans that support McJuggernuggets on YouTube. Taylor Swift should open up a store and should be called the Stupid Spoiled Whore. Yeah, that definitely, yeah, that's definitely the name for her fans right there. Stupid Spoiled Whores. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think that just took all my energy out just talking about that one woman. It's like, I know I talked about the Super Bowl and Taylor Swift, but just this one fucking woman is like, what's a Nazi? What's a Nazi? Like, what's a Nazi? I don't even dare go back and look at that fucking picture. Oh my God.
Seriously think you're gayer than a $2 bill?
I swear at this point, if I had a choice between him and this girl Courtney, I would definitely side with Hubbard. At least
Trust
Hubbard.
and believe that.
Oh my God! So okay, so one last thing, guys, from the files of Hubbard. Okay, so I gotta read you guys this, and sometimes Jeff and I we keep tabs on on Hubbard from time to time. Okay, so last night, let's see, Hubbard posted 4 hours ago. So it rigged when the football get blocked kicking field goal post and you never get blocked for the whole season, then suddenly get blocked, come on you all.
100%.
And then 16 hours ago, Hubbard put, I knew Chief were going to win the game and knew the 49 was going get screw as usual. I'm done watching football for a long time now.
So you let me listen now.
That's like, oh my God. I think I would definitely side with Hubbard over shit like that, but then, God, I feel like I lose a brain cell listening to Hubbard.
Trust and believe that.
I got a headache losing brain cells reading that comment from fucking that woman Courtney.
Blah, 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 and blah.
But here's one more thing. I'm going to point this out to Jeff, too. Hubbard said this 4 hours ago also. Now, Hubbard goes to church. He's been going to church for the past year or whatever. He thinks he's getting good with God or whatever, but he's still doing the same old shit. So Hubbard put earlier, I can forgive a child rapist and a murderer, but it doesn't mean we have to be in the same room together. Why do I have to forgive because God said so? But it hard for me to, but I have this year, YR, and I will not be in the same room. Trust and believe that, and please don't tell me you have been in trouble for it because you might have not hear what I have to say.
Trust and believe that.
So Hubbard will forgive child rapists and murderers, but it doesn't mean they gotta be in the same room as him. Yeah, fuck Hubbard.
And I'm ordained minister, and I don't think you should forgive
child rapists,
pedophiles, murderers, stuff like that. It's different forgiving people for doing stupid mistakes.
Yeah, but you don't forgive anybody.
And I honestly believe when it comes to the Bible, that's what you're supposed to forgive. You don't forgive people that do heinous things that cause the end of life or suffering.
Yeah. Actually, let me take a picture of that. I'll put that in Discord and I'll tag Jeff in that. Yeah, they'll definitely love to see.
Because if we're supposed to be so forgiving about that, how come our soldiers kill people in the name of God?
Oh yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
All right, I'm putting.
I may be ordained minister and shit, but it doesn't mean I believe everything about all this.
Yeah, exactly. Colton, let's see, claims to be a Christian but calls people retarded and motherfuckers. Yep. Florida wants a death penalty for child molesters. There should be a death penalty for child molesters regardless anywhere. Not just Florida, but anywhere. Like, anybody who rapes and molests a child in any way, pedophiles, any pedophiles at all, I believe not only should they reserve a prison sentence, it should be a death sentence. They should be on death row.
I'm going to up the ante on that one, though. Not only should they get the death penalty, but it should be a public execution.
I believe that you should have them stand, okay, how they used to do public hangings. It should be, put the noose around their neck first, hands behind their back. You should have somebody come out, whack off their Peter, you know, and let them bleed out. And then if they're not completely dead,
shoot them.
Yep, shoot them or hang them, whatever, you know, just do whatever you do, whatever. Or if the
hang them, castrate them, and then just to make sure they're dead, shoot them.
Or even better, if the family of the victim that this motherfucker victimized, they should be up there to do whatever the fuck they want to that motherfucker before death is carried out. If they want to stab him 1,000 times, if they want to burn him alive, if they want to beat the shit out of him kung fu style, whatever, I feel anybody who has been wronged by a pedophile, I feel those families should have first dibs on what they want to do with a sick individual like that. That's where I feel like it right there. You know, it's like, you know, not only are they doing it for them, they're doing it for the rest of us also who hate these fucking people. So, yeah, that's what should be the death penalty for pedophiles. That should definitely be the penalty. Public hanging, but before they are hung, you have the families of the victims come up, and they should do whatever the fuck they want to them. I'm talking about...
Which means you might not even have to worry about hanging them.
I'm talking about the death penalties for pedophiles. Because somebody said that Florida has trying to bring back the death penalty for pedophiles. So I feel like for a pedophile, you hang them in public, and then the families of the victims that pedophile victimized should have first dibs to go up on the plot on whatever the fuck on the stand and do whatever the fuck they want to the pedophile before death is carried out. I mean, if somebody wants...
You see how I'm overreacting.
Yeah, true. I would be. Yeah.
Let me go get the razor blades and salt.
Just like, if anybody's ever seen that movie that came out last year, Terrifier 2, there's a scene in there where that fucking clown, he torments and tortures the fuck out of this young teen girl. I mean, like, breaking fucking limbs off, skinning her alive, pouring salt on the fucking wounds and shit. That's what a pedophile should go through. That's how I feel a pedophile should be treated. You should break their limbs off, skin them, scalp them, pour salt on the fucking wounds, make them cry, cut their bodies open while they're still alive. You know, just all kind of fucking shit. That's how I feel. You should torture a fucking pedophile in the worst way. If a pedophile touches a child and rapes them, does anything inappropriate to them in any fucking manner that hurts them, scars them for life, that's how I feel a death penalty. That's a perfect death penalty for a pedophile, you know? There shouldn't be no 21 gun salute fire in their face. No, I think they should be fucking tortured. And those are the motherfuckers, they're being protected by the LGBT agenda. Oh, they're just one of us. We want to make them part of us. It's all a mental health crisis. Nah, it ain't no fucking mental health crisis. It's a sick motherfucker who looks at kids the way everybody thought Michael Jackson looked at Macaulay Culkin back in the day. That's what they feel about it. Oh, shit. So, Tom, you got anything to add before we end today's broadcast?
Not that I can really think of.
Okay. So yeah, guys, we went on for about...
Gatorade. H2O.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Alright, guys, so we went on for 2 hours today talking about, you know, the Super Bowl and Taylor Swift and all. Good show. Yeah, thanks, Colton. So, question of the day, as per the title, did Taylor Swift kill the Super Bowl? I believe so. Taylor Swift killed the NFL for a lot of fans this year. And with her endorsing Joe Biden and being a Democratic and all, she's going to kill the election too. Just watch, because she's gonna have her hand in that fucking cookie jar when the election comes around.
You know what the funny part is?
What's that?
I'll make a song.
Yep, she'll make a song about it. She'll say, vote for Joe Biden. Vote for this. Don't vote for the orange guy. He raped this country. And I'm like, yeah, just like you.
But I
raped
like
the football.
orange Gatorade.
So anyway, guys, definitely thank you guys for coming out and checking out the show today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting.
I'm starting to think she's allergic to Gatorade because every time I've played it so far, she sneezes.
Yeah, we all like the orange, man.
Gatorade.
So anyway, guys, if you guys are watching us on YouTube, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you already haven't done so. If you're watching us on twitch.tv/ArrowENT or kick.com/ArrowEntertainment, hit that follow button. Help us grow on Kick. Trying to get that channel built up on there as well. If you guys want to follow us on social media, if you want to follow us on Discord, links for all that are down below, as well as links for Tom's channels, as well as the other team members, Loki and Guardian. If you guys want to check them out on their streams, links for all those are down below in the description section or the About section, depending on if you're watching us on Kick or Twitch. And that is it for today, guys. I'm going to try to get... I'm actually putting some videos together. You guys are going to see some videos come this week, some good ones. If I don't get a game stream out to you guys sometime this week, you guys can definitely catch us back here Friday morning, 10 a.m. for URC. Tom and I will be here. We'll see if Tim will pop in. And anytime, guys, if you want to be on the show, if you want to be part of the show, hop into Discord, whether it be Tuned In Live or URC, you are always welcome on the show. And until next time, guys, thank you once again, and stay tuned in.
What we do here is go back.
Loud.